Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Why don't you tell us where you're calling in from or coming in from your technology space hub tonight to join us. My name is Dennis Franks, and I've got a special guest with JJ Oswald. All right, from Washington, New Jersey, Connecticut, loving life here, York, Pennsylvania. All right, from Greensville, South Carolina, down the road, Utah, Missouri, loving that, Massachusetts. Yeah, welcome. This is going to be an amazing night. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's basically going to put you in the captain's chair on building your business as we move forward in this technology age of high touch, high tech, bringing it all together to make it all work. JJ, it's just amazing. You've got a great background in working in the direct selling industry and helping businesses grow. And this technology breakthrough that we now include in our tool chest has just been amazing. Can you tell me a little bit more about how technology has really merged in to building an effective distribution business in today's market?
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing to see what technology has done. If you go back like 10 years, especially when these smartphones came about, it really transformed the industry as a whole. And you look at how products are distributed, companies that have embraced technology, but still combine it with the principles that we know are necessary. You mentioned the phrase high tech, high touch. You've got to combine both. This is a people business, and it always will be. And so it's built off of relationships. It's built off of establishing a connection with somebody, building rapport with somebody. But you can combine it with technology, and the companies that have done this have exploded, and they're experiencing tremendous growth. And so the idea of combining a high tech and a high touch approach, especially in your Market America business, is more important than ever. And if you do that, you can see tremendous success and growth within your own team and business for sure.
There's no doubt in my mind today. I know we serve some 5 generations, but if you're coming from Gen Z or the millennial teams, you are needing and living with technology. And the Gen Xers got, a lot of touch on that. And our baby boomers are getting a little bit more familiar with this. But if we're going to make it in today's distribution environment and we're going to work online, we've got to be mobile and we've got to be able to move. So technology is an important part of integration into our unfranchised business. I want everybody to relax, get comfortable. I hope you've got your notepad out because we're going to go from A to Z so you become very efficient at maximizing this amazing tool. So why don't we get started from the beginning so that we bring people up, and this will help you, all of our listeners, this will help you to teach your teams as you work with them and grow your businesses.
Yeah, let's get started then. Let's just dive in, Dennis, if you're okay with it. Let's just dive right into the app itself. And as we get started here, I want to begin by covering some of the basics, making sure that you are set yourself in a position to win. And then we're going to start in the profile of the app. And inside the profile, you'll notice here on at the very top left, that's where you're going to be able to find the profile and settings. And we're going to start there and briefly cover this. And then we're going to jump into some of the features and really do a deep dive tonight in the UnFranchise Marketing App and really have all of you that are watching tonight leave feeling way more comfortable and maybe learning something you didn't know about it and being able to put it into works and into practice and into your daily regimen of what you're doing. So with that, let's come up here into the profile section. There's a couple things I want to point out. In the My Info section, you're going to go in here, and this is where all of your contact information is going to be visible. Couple of things that we want to make sure are there. You want to make sure your name is listed there. If you're building with a spouse, you could have your both names up here where it would say JJ. I could add JJ and Amy. And then if you show right here, there's my photo is there. I'm guessing most of you haven't found out or known how to go in and add your photo. Just tap on that right there. It's going to access your library of photos on your phone, and you want to make sure that photo is there. We talked before about the high tech, high touch part of the business. Anytime you share content from the app, whether it be a video to a contact, whether it be a video or a PDF rather, or a sample and an autoresponder goes out, your information is going to be visible, including your photo. And so make sure you spend the time to do that. After you do that and you save it, we're going to go back in down here where settings are. And I want to just briefly cover one or two things in the settings area that I want to make sure you have set up properly. The first thing is notifications. So these notifications are critical. And one of the real value adds of the app is having insights. When I send a video to, for example, Dennis, if I sent you a video, right, you click on it and you watch the video, it's going to actually notify me and let me know, hey, Dennis just clicked on the link and he watched 100% of the video. So I'm much more empowered to follow up with Dennis. And in order to receive those notifications, make sure that this button is turned on. In addition to the push notifications from the app, you can also receive an email or text message notification. So you could go in and add your email here and add your phone number, and then you're up and running. So this is extremely important. Make sure that that's turned on. It should automatically be turned on for you, but just double check that you haven't turned that off. Now, after we've done that, the last thing I want to talk about in the profile and settings area of the app is the support section. If you have questions, if you need support whatsoever, or if you have feedback that you want to provide us, all you have to do is tap on this support button, report a problem, or request a feature, and that's how simple that is. So 2 areas, notifications, make sure you know that, and make sure you know how to reach us when it comes to providing feedback or getting support that you might need. And so those are some areas that we wanted to focus on. Again, pretty important as you start using the app, Dennis.
Right from the beginning, let's set it up right. So I know a lot of you have talked to me about, I don't know if I'm getting my notifications. And this is exactly why we're going right from the beginning, because whether or not you set your app so that you get the notifications is critical in how we do this. Now, the other thing that I want everybody to understand is a little bit about the psychology of selling too. But all of this is so important as we layer it on top that ultimately is going to give you this great tool.
Yeah, absolutely. The psychology of marketing is fascinating to me. And especially when you think about one of the main features in this app, you're going to be empowered to effectively share samples. And when it comes to trial pack marketing, we've started with one product in the daily essentials samples. You'll notice that down here. There's going to be additional products that are going to be available to you to be able to market in the form of a sample. And I want to just talk briefly about why samples work so effectively. And if you've been a part of Market America, you've probably been using samples in one way or another as you're sharing products with people. And we've made it simpler and easier than ever to be able to do it effectively. And as you talk about the psychology of sampling and why it works, this is fascinating. There was an interesting case study that was done by a professor from Duke University, where he analyzed the impact on revenue when samples were made available inside of Costco. We've all been to Costco, right? As you go down the aisleways on a given weekend, you'll see little booths or stations where you can actually try a sample, right? So they actually interviewed, this professor from Duke University interviewed people after they bought a product that they sampled, and they asked them, why did you buy? So here's the 2 key takeaways when you talk about the psychology of why sampling works. Number 1, the first answer that they found is that they wanted to reciprocate. That's the reason they bought. Because somebody gave them something free, they gave back, and they gave back in the form of a purchase. That's why they bought. The second reason they bought is what he called cravings. So if they tried the product, they tasted it, or they applied, whether it be a skincare product or whatever they were experiencing, if they had a good experience with the product, that's what they bought. And so there's an entire line of products that you guys all offer that is perfect, to provide in the form of samples, and Daily Essentials is that very thing. And so when you think about the psychology of sampling, it's a powerful way to be able to share the products. And we've made it easier than ever. And tonight we're going to go in and cover some of those ways to share samples. So Dennis, should we just jump right into that and talk through the ways to share?
One real quick tip as we go into that, and we'll jump right into it. No matter what sales system you use, and you know that I have taught for years impact selling, where the first 2 steps of impact selling is investigating on who would have an interest in what you're offering, and then how to meet. Now, this app, as you learn more from JJ and we go through this and you personal use of it, you'll find this is an easier way to identify people that would be interested. And then you'll also have a better way to be able to meet them and set up future probing, which is questions. So this is really supporting any type of sales system. And that's why I love it so much. So why don't you show us some of those features in sampling, JJ?
Absolutely. Let's talk through these. We've covered these previously on some of the other trainings, but I want to make sure everyone understands there's really three ways that you can share a sample from the app. And I want to just begin by starting and saying that these are going to be marketed as a free sample, just cover the shipping and handling. So the first way that a sample can be shared is through you as an unfranchised owner can cover that shipping and handling cost. It's $5.95 to send a sample to a contact. So how and when would I do that? You could go through the process of building a list. Hey, these are people that I want to reach out to, or hey, maybe there are some inactive people that used to be purchasing that no longer are. These would be, great ways to kind of get the products in their hands again. And so the first way is you as an unfranchised owner can pay for and send the sample to a contact, and you're going to use this feature right here to do that. And I'm going to come back and talk about that in just a minute. The second way is a potential customer that you're interacting with can also cover the shipping and handling. So they can try the product for free. All that they have to do is cover the shipping and handling to try it. And all you have to do is share your sample website. That's this feature right here with that contact. You could share it through text message. You should direct message it through Instagram, however you want to do that, and invite them to cover the shipping and handling to try the product for free. So it's a great way to be able to qualify somebody, and invite them to try the product. The third way is, and we'll talk more about how you get these later on in the call today, is you can actually purchase a 10-pack of these samples and hand deliver them to contacts. So whether you're going to the gym or the hair salon or whoever you're interacting with, your neighbor, you can hand deliver a sample and use tools here in the app to be able to interact and support that person. So let's begin by showing you the simple steps in detail of how I'm going to send a sample as an unfranchised owner. And I'm going to go through the process of where I'm going to cover the shipping handling to send it to a contact. So I'm going to select this right here where I'm going to select the sample, and I'm going to go through the process of sending that. Now, let me just quickly talk about the experience of the sample and when they receive it, what that experience is like. This is so professional, and it's going to be so impressive, that person that receives it. So they will receive a sample, and it looks like this. It's a beautifully designed mailer. Inside are all the features, the benefits, the ingredients. There's a little how-to tip down here at the bottom that teaches them how to make it. There's 3 different sticks or servings that they can use inside of this so they can really feel the benefits over 2 or 3 days. So that's what the experience is like. Inside of that envelope, sitting on top of the products, is going to be a letter. This letter looks like this. It's going to be addressed to the contact receiving it with all of your contact information. That's why it's so important in your profile that you have all that filled out. So it's personalized in nature when it gets sent to them. They will also receive a series of automated emails. So these emails you can actually preview right here. We call them drips because it drips day 1, day 3, day 7, day 9, and the app is actually going to follow up for you as they're experiencing the product, where they're going to receive a video and some information about the product, and eventually an invitation to purchase the products from these emails. And you will also be reminded, I want to just quickly talk about that. You will also be reminded to send a follow-up text message as they receive the sample. So look at this. There's going to be an email that gets delivered the day it's ordered. The day it's shipped, another email is going to go out, and the day it's delivered, another email is going to go out. So the day that actually shows up in their mailbox, you're actually going to receive a notification letting you know, hey, Dennis just received his sample today. You need to follow up and send a follow-up text message. You can actually preview what those look like. If you click on this, it'll actually show you what the recipient's receiving that day and what you, as the unfranchised owner that sent it, is also going to be asked to do on that day. So the app's going to support you with that important follow-up experience with that contact. And you can preview right here. You can see it's a beautifully designed email. You can see that it's going to include a little PDF that they can click on. And again, your contact information is down there. Another reason why, guys, we want to have that photo uploaded in your profile so that shows up professionally when you're sending emails. So with that said, that's the experience of what the sample's like. And all you have to do to send a sample is just select this send button. Select send, I come right here where I select the add a recipient. And then right here, there's a tip that I want to share with you all. It looks like I just lost my app there. On that page, you can actually go through and select the contact right there on that screen. And where you add a recipient, just select the name of the person you want to send it to, and then you're done. And all you have to do is select review order and put your credit card details in, and that sample's going to go out. Dennis, did you want to mention something real quick?
Yes, I do. Specifically on this, as we go through our lists, it's very important because I've been training on this in the field. And what's coming back, JJ, is our folks are just sending these out without making an initial contact or any type what I would call qualification. And I really believe that you want to invest in people that currently take supplements, are interested in establishing a better lifestyle per se, and have a new lease on life as far as commitment. Those are going to be the right people. And notice what JJ said. You're going to get a notice when you should follow up. And that is key if you want to close a higher percentage of people that get these samples. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Great comment. It goes back to what the original principle that we talked about at the beginning of the call tonight: high tech, high touch. I would never send a sample to somebody who isn't expecting it. You should have already got on the phone with them, told them and expressed to them your excitement about this product, and said, hey, would you be willing to try it if I sent you a sample? I mean, that's the example of how you could at least qualify interest, that they're expecting this sample to come, and you're combining high tech with high touch through that experience. Great comment there, Dennis, for sure. So that's the process of sending a sample to where you as an unfranchised owner can send it. Now let's go through and talk about how I go about sending my sample website. So the sample website is something that I can just select. As you'll notice, I have a variety of share methods. I can share this through one-to-one sharing through a text message. I could copy the link and share it through Facebook Messenger or through a direct message on Instagram if I'm interacting with somebody on Facebook or any social media network. In this case, if I was to send it through a text message, what this would look like when they click on it is I would receive a notification letting me know, hey, they clicked on the link and they're now viewing it. But inside, you're going to see there's a beautifully designed website where they can learn and watch videos. They can see intermittently, they're going to be offered to try a sample, as you can see, but all of the features, the ingredients, there's all kinds of testimonials. You can see there's a detailed overview of the ingredients, 4-in-1 product. And then again, they're offered to try this sample. So all they have to do is click on that link, try the sample. And in this case, all they have to do is enter their name, their address, and their credit card information. They click order the sample, and now that sample is going to get shipped from you to them. And that's in this case how a potential customer, can actually purchase or try this free sample, just cover the shipping and handling through your website that you have right here within the app. So each of these websites, again, it's personalized. See how my contact information, including my photo, is personalized when I share this link. And so I'm going to talk a little bit in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about how you can leverage social media to attract customers to want to learn more through a sample offer. And I'm going to teach you how you use this website to do that. Finally, the last step that I want to just share with you is if I bought that 10-pack, and I'm sure many of you that have listened have purchased a 10-pack from your unfranchise.com website. If you bought that 10-pack, you're going to be able to go in, and as you hand that out in person to somebody, what you're going to do is you're going to select this tool right here that says given in person. And those same automated emails that are going to be going out automatically, if I send it to a contact, or if I have a contact purchase from my website, all I have to do is come right here and initiate the email campaign. When I hand deliver this to you, Dennis, I'm going to come right here where it says email. And all I have to do is enter the contact here or enter the email of that person. And I just initiate what day I want to have that start. Most of you are going to do that the day you send it. And then you're just going to select send. And then that's that email sequence that I showed you of day 1, day 3, day 5, with all the videos and the PDFs and the invitation to purchase are all there for that person. And so that's how you're going to use the hand delivered, given in person email campaign.
So I have a question that came in from one of our viewers tonight. When you were talking about that text that said follow up, let's send out a personalized test, you also shared an email, a text message with that. Does the person who gets that reminder to send out a personalized text, okay, in addition to the drip campaign, Are they to compose it, or are they to use that?
I'm glad you asked that and appreciate that question. So what's going to happen, let's say, for example, the day it's shipped, if I sent you the sample, Dennis, you would actually receive an email from me automatically through the app that would say, Dennis, good news, your sample just shipped today. Here's some information that you should learn about daily essentials. Watch this video. At the same time that that email was sent to you, I also received a notification, a reminder to send you a text, a personalized text from me to you. And it'll actually tell me, hey, it's day 2, send text message number 2 in the app. So you can see here, I have all of these resources in the daily essential sample category. If I select the see all, what this does is this will expand all of my resources. So I have images, I've got drips, I've got PDFs, and you can actually see on day 3, it's number 3. I'm going to be prompted, hey, send Dennis follow-up text message number 3. So I come right here, I select that, I come down to text message, I type in Dennis's name, and then I am done. It's going to generate a text message for Dennis, and that text message is already populated. Watch this. It comes in, hey, great news, your Isotonics Daily Essentials just delivered into your mailbox. Let me know if you have any questions. Now, I could personalize this, but you're going to be prompted and reminded to send follow-up text messages through the experience. And the more you do this, we actually have seen close to a 10% increase in conversion for you UnFranchise owners that actually follow these steps versus those that don't. You're going to see a much higher increase because of that personal touch follow-up that you have with the app. So great question.
Okay, great. So everybody understand this. So when you're training your team and you're getting the reminders to send text number 3, that's basically telling you to go to initiate that text to go out. Yep. That is critical because many of you think it's just being sent without you doing anything. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. One of the other things, JJ, I just want to come up and let you know here, we have some folks on from Canada and they're wondering, when the app is going to be available in Canada. And I know that you have the capability. I know we're talking.
It's in the works. I'm already working on it. So it's something that we're working on. And this same tool that we're showing you tonight is going to be available in Canada, and it's coming soon. We're actually right now in the process of making it available in Canada, English and French. We'll support everything you're seeing tonight. It's coming soon. So watch for news shortly on that.
Okay, one more thing, and then we'll head off to social media. There was a question. We have several of our Nutrimetrics consultants, and I want to just say this. I'm also a Nutrimetrics consultant, and I've been using this 3-day trial pack with health professionals, and it has worked just fine. It would be nice if we were able to package a Nutrimetrics actual package. We are looking at physically doing it, but without putting the Nutrimetrics packaging within it. Right now, our Nutrimetrics demand for this would not be big enough to meet our minimum quantity orders. So you just need to understand, as we grow and more of us are using this in our Nutrimetrics division, that will evolve. But don't let it slow down to utilize these samplings that you can deliver in that Nutrimetrics package when you call on them in person. So that's really important to remember. So JJ, I want to just say social media. We're all thinking about all the followers and how do we tap into that using this app?
So great question. And I want to focus first on, as we wrap up the sampling discussion, I want to focus on how can I use the assets in here to generate conversations with new people through these assets that we have to try a sample. So attracting people to you, wanting to learn more and to try the product. So what we're going to do is you'll notice inside of your sample category in the app, there's a variety of images that are intended for you to be able to share on Facebook, on Instagram, and any other channels that you participate in, with the idea of I'm going to offer out a free sample in those environments to attract people to want to learn more. So we just added a couple of new images that I know are going to be super effective for you to use. And I'm going to select one of these right here. So here, if you look at this, what this is doing is this image is designed and it says, hey, I'm giving away 3 free samples. Comment below if you want one. And this is just that simple. So if I want to share this, all I have to do, and there's a couple of tips I want to share with you. There is a little download button. If I preview this, I just want to make sure everyone understands. If I tap anywhere up here or on this little icon, that's going to let me be able to download this. So if I select download, what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to access all of my photo library. I just downloaded this image onto my phone. And so now it makes it easy for me to be able to upload as a Facebook story or as an Instagram story real easily, because I downloaded a few images from the app and now I'm going to upload it into my story. But tonight, I'm going to show you how simple it is to be able to share this post of the offer of, I'm giving away 3 free samples onto my Facebook page. So I'm going to come right here where it says social. We're going to tap that. And what this is going to do is this is going to come up and it's going to allow me to write a unique message, but we've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you. If you notice, we have an example message for you. And I can actually tap use example message right here. And this is actually going to populate that text message. Okay, I have a few samples on hand of one of my favorite products. I have had amazing results with this product every day. Comment below if you want one. So we've already given you some idea of what you might be able to say. You cannot go in and select copy. What that's going to do is it's going to give you a little error message where it says, hey, in order to go to the next step, you have to personalize this. You have to make it your own in order to be able to share it. We don't want to have thousands of unfranchised owners sharing the exact same image and the exact same caption. So we've created a way to do that. So all I have to do is I'm going to personalize this. I could either delete and edit, or I could just add to it. This is an amazing product. You need to try it. Okay, so I've now personalized it, and I'm going to now go to the next step and select copy. What this does is it now takes me to any of my social media networks that I have on my phone are going to pop up. So I've got Facebook, I've got Instagram. Those are probably the 2 that I would tell you to start with. I'm going to share it to Facebook. So when I select Facebook, it's now going to ask me, do you want to share it to your news feed or to your story? So really simple, intuitive. I'm going to say I want it to my feed. So now, because I've already written my caption, all I have to do is select paste. And now it's there. What we had just written, select paste. And now I have this offer. So now what's going to happen is you've now put this out there, and the more real and raw and authentic this is up here about your personal story of what in using this product, the more people you're going to have reach out to you. So now what will happen when I post this is you're going to have, I've had contacts that I know that have had upwards of 40, even 50 people be attracted to this post and wanting to learn more. So you're going to have comments start to fill up in the feed of the comments of this post, where you can now have a list of people to work with. Now you can choose to say, oh, I'm going to send out 3 samples that I, as an unfranchised owner, send, or I can go in and say, hey, you know what? I've already given away my 3 free samples. I can still send you a link to try the sample for free. All you have to do is cover the shipping handling. So then you go in and I just message that link to that person, and now you can have tons of people reaching out to you wanting to try this product. So this is why we've developed these images. We've developed them in such a way where you can post them and get people coming to you wanting to learn more. And a sample is the best conversation starter there is when you're trying to get new people. And some people have been watching you from afar. They know that you're involved and have a distribution channel with Market America. And this offer of a sample might be what pushes them over the fence to finally want to learn more. And so I want to just challenge everybody tonight. I call this a power post. Go into Facebook, go into Instagram. If you have your samples of the 10 packs and you don't want to use this image, take a picture of those 10 packs, of one of those samples opened up, or even better, do a Facebook Live if you feel comfortable with it, showing people the sample. Hey, I've got some of these on hand. Let me know if you want one. And then you're going to attract people to try those. And so that's how you'll use any of the images in our platform, in the app. You can actually share through that same process that I just showed you. And so, Dennis, there's some takeaways on how to attract people that want to learn more through samples.
Wow, definitely. There's no question in my mind, for those of you that are crammed for time, if you just set 15 minutes a day aside to use this app to push out 3 invites, or leverage your story on every other day or every 3rd day kind of opportunity, I think that's really going to make a difference. It's going to be a game changer. And this is really a strong approach to shorten the amount of time and effort that you have to put into this to grow your business. And it's coming through technology. And this is why we've really got to stay on top of it, JJ. It's fabulous to see how easy that is.
Awesome. Well, let's move on, Dennis. There's a couple of other things that I want to talk about in the app as it relates to, let's transition away from samples now, and let's dive into some of the other features that really all of you should be using on a daily basis. Don't think of this as only a sample app. This is much more than that, and you should be leveraging some of these other features. So I want to transition and talk about essentially this media section in here. That you guys can actually learn more about how to use these features, how to send a video, some of those things. So the one thing, if Dennis, if you were to say to me, what's the most, what I say is the most important feature that all of you unfranchised owners should know how to do in the app, it should be, in my opinion, how to text content to an individual, and specifically a video. So our data represents that 70% of the time that an asset is shared in North America, it's sent through a text message and it's a video. And why are videos so powerful? Videos it creates duplication. It allows the video to be the messenger, the storyteller, and you're simply the messenger. You're going to let the video deliver the message. And so if you look at some of this amazing content, there's a whole library of videos that are available to you in all kinds of different, all your verticals are represented here. All the brands are listed here. So I could come down and say, oh, I want to send this video. As I go down, you'll notice that I've got all these share methods that are down here. So I want to start with a text message. So if I was to come in and select text message, what this is going to do is this is going to generate a text. I'm going to go ahead and just send it to my wife. So I'm going to select her name. I'm going to now select that contact. What it's going to do is it's going to generate a text message for me. So you'll notice here that this is the text with, I can certainly personalize this, and I would encourage you to personalize it. Hey, this is the video I told you about. High tech, high touch. I've already called that person. They're expecting the video, and now I'm going to send it. So as I send this, you'll notice that the app will tell me that it was successfully shared. That means the app, delivered, so in essence, delivered that message to her. So when she receives it, she will receive that message. I'm going to click on it, and she just received that message, what I wrote to her, and she's going to click on the link. So this is the experience, what you're looking at right now, of that person receiving it from you. They click on the link. Now watch what happens. They're going to come here, and then notice immediately they received a notification. You, the person that sent it, is going to get notified. Hey, that person just clicked on your link, heads up. And in addition to that notification, they're also going to report back to you what amount of this video was watched. So when they click play, it'll report and say, hey, they watched 10%. Hey, they watched 100%, whatever that might be. So in addition to that, you'll notice that each of these assets, if I shared through, a Motives brand item, a video that relates to that brand, it's going to take them to that page. When I click order, it's actually going to take them to the page, and you'll notice it's that person, if your contact selects order, they're actually going to be taken here. You're going to know that they clicked the order button. That notification just told me, hey, in addition to watching the video, they just clicked the order button. And then they're going to be taken directly here to your website to purchase product from. So you'll get credit for that customer placing an order. So super powerful. The simplicity of being able to text a contact some content through the app is easier than ever. And we do it in an intelligent way. You're going to be able to notify, hey, they watched the video, what percent of the video they watched, and so forth.
What I like most about this is you have such versatility with this. Where I've used this a lot, JJ, has been with the business building video, the digital education, that we can send out to give specific information about, hey, you're probably going to want to do some research. Let me help you out. And This is most effective, what I've experienced when I send it out by text versus email. I don't know about the listeners tonight, but I am inundated with emails these days. Texts come through, and I tend to be able to view something more frequently or when I have a free moment, and it just becomes better. And all of a sudden, if I get a text message after I speak to somebody about the business, and boom, they get that and they're opening it, they complete that video, I'm back on it within the 24 hours to say, how did you like the information? So that's another thing that we talk about all the time. Follow up is between the next 24 to 48 hours after you make the initial contact and you get that information to them. So this is so powerful, whether it's the transitions lifestyle, whether it's motives, new products, skincare, whether you're going to home and garden, whatever it is, powerful information can be sent so quickly.
And Dennis, I know you guys have these new campaigns, these 28 days campaigns. Maybe talk a little bit about how that might be, an effective way to be able to share during those times.
Absolutely. And, I don't know if the folks that are listening tonight have been on the 28 days of beauty, then the 28 days of health, MA, healthy living. Now we're getting ready to go into the 28 days of weight loss. There has been never a better tool, since you can customize this in the copy, to invite them to participate in our noontime Facebook Lives, or going to our, for example, Weigh-In Wednesdays. But anybody that you have that's looking to make a New Year's resolution for weight loss, we can invite them. MA Healthy Living continues, and there's so many posts on there. Folks, this is such a easy, non-threatening way to get people engaged with things that we're putting on to help you grow your business. And that's important for you to understand. Mark the date of December 29th. We'll be launching out the general to the customer base, the 28 days of weight loss. It'll start January 1st. But all of these things are powerful, and they're there for you to use. And, there are even more features. JJ, I don't know if you're going to talk about the ability to create your own videos and put them on here or not.
Yeah, let's briefly show that. Down here, there's a category called My Tools. And this is a category that allows you to be able to generate your own personalized videos and embed links in the videos themselves. So if I could go in and I could record a message, Dennis, to you. I could record my own video on my phone. Hey, Dennis, it was great talking to you. Here's a link to the website that I wanted you to look at, and you can place an order right here. Or, hey, here's a video to watch. Whatever that might be, I can record that video and then be able to embed links from the app right into the video and share it. So to do that, right up there in the plus sign in the top right corner is a way that I can access videos that are right here on my phone. So I can scroll down to the video that I want to add. And then what this does is it'll just pull in the video, and then it'll allow me to either record a new video, or in this case, I've got a video right there. It looks like that's not a long enough video. So let me see if I can find another one. So this is something that I could go in, and then I can actually embed action links here. Visit my website. Here, if you want to purchase a product, click right here. Call me, email me, join a Facebook group. So I can actually click, drag and drop videos or links into the video itself. And that's how you go about creating those, simple videos. So that's something, again, you could either record a new one or use an existing one that you might have on hand. Another thing that I want to point out, and this is what I would say is probably one of the most important features in the app, Dennis. You talked just before about the importance of follow-up, and this app is going to help with that important step. We've all heard the phrase, the fortunes in the follow-up, right? And so there's a feature down here that I think sometimes is overlooked and isn't used enough. And I want to make sure everyone watching tonight knows that this right here is what we call the activity feed. This is the most important part of the app, and somewhere you should be living daily. You should be coming here daily to see what's happening. So what this does is you can see it shows all of my interactions. Just today, I shared videos with Michelle. I shared a separate video with Michelle, and you can see the insights. I shared this Isotonics Daily Essentials video through a text message. I see she clicked on the link. I can see what percentage of the video she watched. So she watched 100% of the video, and I can even see that she clicked the order button to buy the product. So do you see how much more empowered I am to follow up with Michelle? Knowing all of these details, she watched the full video. She clicked the link to order. Hey, can I help you place that order? I know that, and we don't want to be weird when we follow up with them, like we're tracking their every move, right? But you don't want to tell them, hey, why did you only watch 10% of the video? That's going to be weird. But this is important for you to be able to engage in. When they click on the link, you can see all of my insights. Now, a couple of tips on this page. If I want to swipe over and, on Jake, maybe I'm working during the day. When he clicks on the link, I can't follow up with him immediately, but I can just swipe over and flag a reminder. Do you see how that little reminder that's right there? That's going to flag a reminder, and all of my reminders live up here in the reminder folder. So this is going to show me all of the people I haven't contacted or I need to follow up with right there. And then after I follow up with Jake, I just swipe over, I flag it as done, and he's going to fly off the screen. And so the app for me, when you look at the day in the life of an unfranchised owner, what you should be doing daily, there's a direct tie between activity and income. The more active I am in sharing and the more people I'm connecting with and sharing content with, it's going to grow your business. And this right here is going to help you be accountable. How many people have I reached out to? Have they clicked on content? Who do I need to follow up with? You should be living here, and it kind of gamifies the experience. Hey, I sent that link. Did they watch the video? You got all of the information right here. So you should be living here, Dennis. The activity feed is a key part of the app for sure.
This is so important to those of you that want to hold your team accountable. This is the kind of tool that you can get your 5, 10, 20 people in your organization all committed to using this app and doing X amount of contacts daily. But think about the time that it saves by keeping that activity list. Oh my goodness, that is telling you step by step everything that you went through. And tell me something about this, JJ. I know we're constantly updating this with new videos, new information. How do we refresh this page?
Great question. So this is really important because the marketing department, in fact, you're going to notice a brand new category that we're going to talk about later in the call tonight. You're going to see this new category that many of you may have not seen, that has some virtual party invitations and resources that you can share. In order to make sure you have the most updated content in the app, you need to use a feature called pull to refresh. That pull to refresh, all I'm doing is I'm clicking and dragging down on my screen. Do you see how it prompts me right there to pull to refresh? I let go and it's going to refresh the app and make sure that I have all of the updated content. I would be doing that daily, guys. You don't know exactly when it's getting updated, but if a video is new or updated or new content's added, new social media shareables, pull to refresh frequently, a few times a week at least.
JJ, another thing I want to just ask you, I know we talked about Instagram, Facebook. What about WhatsApp? A lot of our teammates use WhatsApp, WeChat. What can we do in that category there?
Great question. So there's a couple of ways to do it. And if you want to have tracking, like I just showed you, I know that Dennis clicked the link. I know what amount of the video he watched. If you want to have that, I'm going to show you how to do that through WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, direct message on Instagram, WeChat, whatever it might be. So as a reminder, when I select a video, I could come down here and I have email and text, I have social, which will open those up. But if I come to the asset first, and if I tap social or copy link, that copy link right there, what that did is it just copied it to my clipboard. What that means, I can leave the app and I can paste the link to somebody and they'll get the asset. So this is nice and convenient. But remember, copy link right here, if I just go to the asset and I select copy link, it's not trackable. I don't know if they clicked on it, but it's a quick, easy way that I can get the content to them. And if I'm not too concerned if they watched it, I'm just going to do that. But if I really want to know, when I posted my post on Facebook to get a sample, and I want to send them the link and I want to see if it's tracked, if they click on the link, the difference, instead of coming here and selecting the asset that you want to share, the first step that we're going to do is we're going to come down here where it says contacts. So I'm going to come right here to contacts. I'm going to select the individual first. So in this case, I'm going to send it back to my wife. I'm going to select her name. I'm going to select her name. And this is where it's real simple. All I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Amy, knowing I'm going to send it through Facebook Messenger. And I'm going to come right here to share tool or WhatsApp or whatever platform I want to share to. But all I have to do is select the contact first and select share tool. What that's going to do is it's going to open up my library, my same library. And because I selected the contact first, I can now come down to this same video that I was going to share. And all I have to do in this case is I can select copy link again. And now that's a trackable link to Amy. So all I have to do now is open up Facebook Messenger. Oops. Let me type in Messenger. And now I'm just going to go in, or WhatsApp or whatever it might be. I select Amy. I select the one that the video I just copied. And now this is a trackable link. So when she receives this link, she clicks on it. Watch what happens. She's doing it. I just got notified Amy's watching your video, even though it's through Facebook Messenger or through WhatsApp. The key difference is, guys, select the contact first, then come into copy link. If you don't have the contact in your phone because they're only on Facebook or Instagram or in WhatsApp, go ahead and add them as a contact first, just with their name and if you don't have their email or phone number, it's fine. You just put a 555 number if you want. But that's the simple way. I know you guys are already communicating through all those channels. This is a simple way for you to be able to keep track of if they're engaging in content you're sharing.
That is amazing. You know what? I'm getting so excited. I'm taking notes while I'm listening to you because you've just advanced my skill set for this app. I'm really fired up to talk to my team this weekend. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, there's a way to take our contact list and create the hot list, is it? Where you can.
Yeah. So down here, we've covered tonight the feed. We've covered tonight media. And right here, contacts. So a couple of things I want to point out in contacts. So in the app's going to allow you to either manually, one by one, add contacts into the app where it can sync from your phone, or you can sync all contacts. I've already synced all my contacts. I find it much easier to manage my list by just syncing all of them. Now what I can do is I can actually come in here, and do you see how I have some red and blue dotted contacts? What the app allows you to do is swipe right for a hot lead or left for a cold lead. So for me, if I was building the business, if I was going to go in, and when you think about a brand new unfranchised owner gets involved in building the business, they want to build and share. One of the first things you're going to ask them to do is create a list. Who are you going to work with? Where's the best, most effective list to work with? Their warm market. Where does their warm market list live? Right in their phone. So let them go in, select their contacts, swipe the ones that they want to reach out to. I want to reach out to Alan. I want to reach out to Alex. And now I have my hot list up here. If I tap hot, here's all my hot leads that I'm going to work with. Okay. And then if I engage with somebody, who are my cold people? I worked with Jeff. Timing wasn't right for Jeff. I'm going to swipe over, move him over, and he's going to now live in my cold folder. But I'm going to start by just swiping as hot. And those are the people that I'm going to kind of actively work with and who I'm going to share content with in the app. So that's basically how that works. Another important feature, we talked about the pull to refresh feature in media. Same thing here. After I've synced my contacts for the first time into the phone app or into the UnFranchise Marketing App, if I add somebody new into my phone contacts, in order for that new person to show up here, I need to drag down the screen, pull to refresh, and that's going to resync the app with my contacts so I have them. If I'm adding somebody new, Dennis, I just meet you on an airplane and I want to add you real quick. I can come right up here to the very top right corner where the plus sign is, and I can just manually add you real quick. Okay. So I can just add you on the go. And now I've got Dennis as a contact so I can share with him. So really important. This is a great way to build a list of people to work with, a very simple and easy way.
All right, I have a few questions. I'm just going in here and I'll just bring them up to you. Now, some of you must have not been on early on, but this one person has given out several samples but have not gotten the notification or the reminder text. And I think that goes back to setting up the app.
Wow.
And if you've not put notifications into effect,
can I mention one thing on that too? So agreed, you need to make sure your notifications are turned on. And secondly, inside of business, we're going to come talk about this section in just a minute, but there is a section in here where you can actually track your sample orders. So right at the very top, I can actually view my sample orders. I click on that, it'll actually show me a list. Hey, here's one to Mark, here's one to Mary, and it'll actually show you the status of, hey, it's shipped, it's been delivered. All of that detail will be showing here if you open that button. And so that'll help you kind of understand where they're at in that process and follow it along. But you should receive those automated, reminders. Just make sure your notifications are turned on.
Exactly. I will be talking momentarily on where to get the app. Just hold on. There's a few more things we're going to go through. But again, all of these different things, are just so enlightening. I hope everybody listening tonight is really getting a hold of this, what it can be done. But as in anything, you've got to get in and use it. You've got to get in and make it happen. Other tips that you might want to go over on the business side.
Yeah, so I want to just focus now that we kind of transitioned over to the business section, and we can kind of wrap up after this, Dennis. But you'll notice here that inside, in addition to being able to track your sample order status, where is it at? Is it printed? Is it shipped? Is it delivered? Inside here, you can also access your back office from here. You can purchase tickets, view your reporting. So these are just what I call just helpful access links that you can just open up the app, go right into your back office, view that. So in addition to that, there's a whole library of additional resources that are found here. So if you haven't played around with this part of the app, this is a great place to get familiar with.
Okay, real quick, I've got some slides I want to go through, but JJ, can you take us back and show us the new category about the virtual party and events? And then I'll go a little bit further into this once we get that done.
Absolutely. So Dennis is going to talk about, virtual parties is a very effective way to be able to share the Market America products and opportunity. You'll notice that there's an entire library of virtual party invitations and images that you can support that. So to do this, if I wanted to share one of these, and you can see there's different, areas of emphasis, as you can see here. If I wanted to share one of these, all I have to do is select it, come down and share it, and in this case, if you're hosting a virtual party, that's basically an all about skin event. All I'd have to do is, if I wanted to text this to a contact, just select text message. This beautiful image that the marketing department's provided for you is right there. And all you have to do is jot down the details associated with that event. Here's when it is. Here's the link to join, the Zoom link, all of those things. Just copy and paste that into the invitation. The intent for this section is just to empower you with beautifully designed images, whether you're posting on Facebook or whether you're posting individually or sharing one-to-one. You've got an entire library of assets to do that, but you're going to be responsible basically to provide the details, the date, the time, the link to join, all of those details, what you're going to talk about, who's hosting, that kind of stuff. And so, Dennis, that's where you're going to find this new category. Again, if you don't see that category, you're going to pull the refresh and it's going to show up.
Right. I got to tell you how funny it is that you pulled up all about skin, because about 8 of the guys we were on with Lauren Reidinger, and we were going through the Lumiere de Vie for homes for men, and how important it was. I can just see that inviting for men only, but it's exciting. And so I just want to thank you for that. I want to jump on and show you some slides real quick. JJ, you're phenomenal as always, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate you and everything that you do for all of our unfranchise owners. But the one thing I want to remind everyone, that this program that we've done tonight will be available on YouTube within 24 hours. I recommend strongly that you share this with all of your unfranchise owners. So real quick, let's just remember, how do I get the app? Well, you go to unfranchise.com, it's code 5510, or search UnFranchise Marketing, and it'll come right up. You'll receive the link. You'll just install the app, simply use your unfranchise login credentials, and you are on your way. It's that simple. And when you start thinking about getting all these features, it's a whopping $12 a year, or about $1 a month. What a tool. And by the way, this is an official business expense, so you can write this off. So no matter what your tax bracket is, you'll pay that percentage less than what it actually costs you. But what a deal. What a bargain to run your unfranchised business, your internet-based business. Other things that I want to remind you, this is the whole Monty, the 360 sample of marketing, both for product sampling and also social media exposure, as well as your business and even tracking your reports. It's all there. You got to be crazy not to have this. And if you haven't bought these, this is something that everyone should have, in addition to sending out sampling on the app and promoting getting your free sample by just paying for the shipping. Make sure that you have these trial size samples and never leave home without them. It is some of the most powerful tools you can do. Even have them when you go out taking a walk, when you're on your bike. You never know when you're going to talk to somebody. Be prepared if they're looking for a healthier lifestyle. It's very powerful. 6380 is the code, just $69.95 with 40 BV, perfectly packaged for letting someone professionally try something. So let's talk a little bit about the virtual parties and events real quick. The first thing I want you to know, that you have to have a game plan going into these. Don't be afraid of doing these parties and events. but just have a game plan. Plan a little bit. Okay, what kind of experience do you want to offer? What's the best time and a date that you can do this type of programming? One of the things I really love in thinking about this is your shop sites these days during the holidays. Do you want attendance to register? If you're using the Zoom tool, you'll have to basically set that up basically in your webinar for registration before coming in, and you get their information. How will you promote it? And I want you to know, you promote it, they will come. But if you start promoting the day before or 3 days before, you've got to be 2 weeks in advance, and you've got to get into it going into the last 7 days. No different than finishing a race. What is the content you're going to bring? Now, prepare for the tech, all right? Test the internet. Make sure you've got enough bandwidth to handle this, that it's not going to break up on you. Do this with some friends as a favor. Also, encourage engagement as you go through. The viewers need to get involved. Ask questions. Make sure you take a look at the Q&A and the chats. Make sure they're interactive events. People are into personal development these days. They want to escape. They want to learn something new. So get creative and have fun. Make it relevant. Understand who you're inviting, what's going to be their interest, maybe a guest speaker. And it just could be for 5 or 10 minutes. But again, what's it doing? It's attracting people. Define the format, shop night. For instance, if you're going to promote your shop site, everybody brings an item that they want to purchase for the holidays, and we go through finding the best deal. What a fun way to get it done. And have a host to keep the party moving. What's that like? It's nothing more than a master of ceremonies that's going to keep it going. People are not there to spend hours and hours, but they're there to escape, and you want to keep that working. You know, when I think about this, why virtual parties and events, and I just basically put a couple things down for you. You get a bigger reach. You can get to more people faster. It's not very expensive to do. I mean, when you think about Market America is giving you the premium Zoom package for, I think it's just $12 a month. You can hold up to 500 people on that Zoom, unlimited time, always recording everything that you need. It's extremely measurable. You can always get back to your clients. It's great for multiple team members to work with you. You grow your customer base, your retail profits. It's a home run, folks. And you really need to let this sink in. You all have the ability to do this. Again, let's take a look at some of the things that JJ showed you on the app. These are beautiful layered invites, trunk shows. Also, let's talk about our isotonics or the focus of the season. How about flu season? Let's talk about the winter months. Remind about the virtual parties. You're invited. Please accept. Talk about what? Our personal care products, our skincare parties, all of the things that you want to talk about. And if you're really into this, maybe one a month that you can rotate through your organization. And let me just say how Motives does an amazing job in getting those fall colors, those summer colors, always new and exciting product that you can share with people. All women and most men do appreciate a good looking cosmetic. How do I say that? I got to get myself out of that one. People appreciate you looking good. So Motives is a great way that you can feel good and look good. And you know, all of these things, you can send invitations to the virtual parties right from where you're working. Select any invitation that we offer. Select your preferred method, a text messaging, email, select who you want to send it to. All of this is put together easily. You can put your message in, put the link, and you're on your way. And remember, sending out these invites always bring people back to your shopping sites. That's your shopping site, shop.com/Dennis Franks, LumiereDeVie.com/Dennis Franks, Motives Cosmetics/Dennis Franks. It's coming back business so that you can win. Again, through the holidays, we've got more banners that you can go for more ideas. Folks, all this is available. It's going to be on your app. You can use and you can grow. How about gift cards? Shop.com gift cards. great to send out for reminders or holiday gifts that you might forget. But, you know, JJ, I get really excited to see all of the different things that we can offer through our product brokerage concept, our internet marketing capabilities, all of these things. The support materials are there for you. It's all in your hands. You just have to make it happen. So what are we going to do to get you moving? We're going to have a contest. What about a contest? We love a contest. Basically, we're going to use your UnFranchise Marketing App. A unique contest will run from December 3rd to December 17th. It's a sprint. And to qualify in 14 days, you have to basically send out from your app to 10 unique contacts, either through text or email. And it has to be a sample or just information to enlighten people about what you're doing. You automatically get a chance to win one of the great prizes of products that we'll be offering. Now, we will select the winner by December 18th. And because of technology, we already know who's going to be putting out those 10 contacts, at least in that 10 days. Now, more is better, but get to 10 and you get your shot into the program. Also, everybody's going to be a winner, because whether you win the prizes or not, your business is going to grow and your example is going to spread through your team. And guess what? The more you use the app, the more comfortable and faster and efficient you become. JJ, do you have any last words that you'd like to share with us before we sign off?
Just as we wrap up, I just want to thank you all for joining us. Hopefully this was helpful and you've maybe learned a few tips and things as you're using the UnFranchise Marketing App. If you're new to it, get started and use it for only $1 a month, only $12. I mean, this is crazy how inexpensive this is to use this type of tool. Remember the high-tech, high-touch approach. And also remember, the other thing I would share with you is keep it simple. Don't feel overwhelmed with all the features that are there. Get really good at that one feature I shared of being able to send a sample and being able to text message a video. If you can do those two things, you can build a big business. And just keep it simple. Do those two things and grow as you use it more. You're going to feel even more comfortable. There is a section at the bottom of the app that's called app training videos, where you can actually see a lot of the tips that I shared tonight. Pay attention to those and maybe watch those. Those will help you as well. But again, Dennis, thanks for having me. This has been awesome. And hopefully this has been helpful for everybody.
Just the beginning. And by the way, we've got a lot more product samples on the way. These are pictures of some of the products we'll be giving out. So get out there and push out those 10 new contacts from your app over the next 14 days and be a part of the winners. We're all winners. Don't forget, everything that we do can be offered through your UnFranchise Marketing App. Thank you and good night. Make it your best year ever.
Night, everybody. Thank you so much.